Hey guys, it's Tony with Historic Barbecue. Tonight we're making some pork chops with some grilled smashed potatoes. So I brined these pork chops last night. The difference between a brine and a marinade, we've done a lot of brines earlier in some of our previous videos. A brine is to add moisture, where a marinade is to add flavor. A brine is really just sugar, salt, and water. So I did something a little bit different on these, just trying some new things. So I did sugar, salt, water, and vinegar. A few weeks ago I had some pickle juice brined pork chops, so I kind of wanted to get that same effect. So I actually brined these for about 20 hours. That might have been a little too long. I did a half a cup of sugar, half a cup of brown sugar, 4 cups of water, 1 cup of apple cider vinegar, and probably about 2 cups of water. So it ended up being about 6 or 7 cups of liquid. So these actually came out of the brine a little gray, but it probably looks worse in the video than it actually is. You can still see the pink through there, but that probably means I brined it a little too long, but we'll still be okay. As far as the prep on these, you don't have to trim anything off. There's just a tiny bit of fat on the edge, but that's okay to leave that. We're just going to season it simply with some historic red. So the brine is just kind of insurance to make sure that meat's going to be extra juicy. These pork chops are pretty high quality from Dorothy Lane Market, so a lot of times I just skip that step, but just wanted to try something a little different today. But pretty heavy coat of historic red. And that's it. This is ready to go on the cooker. So I put them on there at about 350 degrees, and it took about 20-25 minutes. So the trick to cooking pork chops is to make sure you take them off when they're done. A lot of people think of pork as that nasty dry meat, but the trick is you got to take them off closer to 140. A lot of people take the pork all the way to like 160 or 165. But you don't have to. So at 140, there's still going to be a little bit of pinkness in the middle, but they're going to be extra juicy, full of flavor. So if you're normally cooking your pork to 160 or 165, I highly recommend you giving it a try to cooking it to 140, because you're going to get a much better product. So for our side dish, we're going to do smashed potatoes. So I have some little small potatoes over here that I've cooked. So it was pretty rainy and nasty outside, so I could have started these on the smoker, but I didn't want to get all wet. So I just boiled these for about 20 minutes, so they're pretty soft, and we'll smash those here in just a second. So I got a piece of foil here. I'm going to spray some just olive oil spray on there. I really like this duck fat spray for these, but I ran out, so we're going with olive oil today. So these are cool just enough. They're still pretty warm, and I'm literally just going to smash them down. So we're making little disc out of these guys. I'm going to spray the tops again, same whatever oil you were doing before. And I'm going to hit them with a light coat of historic black. Just give them a little pepper flavor. And then I'm going to use the Traeger Summer Shandy Rub. This has got some of that citrus type flavor in there. You could do like garlic, salt, and rosemary. If you want to do historic red on there, you could. Really, these are little flavor bombs or whatever flavor you want to dish out. So I'm just going to flip these, and they already got oil on the other side from the foil, so we just got to hit them with rub.
And you could do like a red potato, any kind of...
Yeah, I like any of the smaller potatoes.
Potato.
Yeah, I like the yellow ones. It's just kind of the consistency and texture I like, but you could do like the mixed, if you wanted to make some red potatoes, some yellow potatoes, some of the fancy purple potatoes, any of those will work. So then we're going to put these on the cooker. I put these on with the pork chops. You want to get these as hot as you can, but since I was cooking the pork chops and I didn't want to get this too hot, I just kind of cheated and used the edge of the Traeger outside about the 1 inch or 2 inches around the entire edge. It gets a little hotter. So I just put these on there, and you're trying to get the edges just a little bit crispy. So these are give you some texture there. So 2 quick and easy things tonight. So let's see what our final product looks like. Okay. Got a nice pink center on these guys.
He cleaned the oven last night. He must have thought that he was leaving his dirty
I don't know about that.
Dirty trucks out.
There were some complaints by other users of the oven that sometimes that plate is hot. Sometimes it smoked a little bit because there may or may not have been some pork and or brisket juice at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
It's an oven, you know, things happen.
Yeah, there's always one burner site that's smoking slightly when the oven is used. So maybe that won't happen anymore. But I don't know. The cats may have been the one to request that oven maintenance. Your parents are asking, did you learn all these cooking ideas from the cooking class you took at the YMCA?
Maybe a few of them. I recall making milkshakes at the cooking class.
And how old were you when you took said cooking class?
That's a good question. I have no idea.
Maybe a parent will respond and let us all know.
So these are probably a little bit more done than I normally want, but it's probably hard to tell on the camera, but there's a little bit of pinkness right there in the middle, and that's exactly what we're going for. You can see a little better on the bone there. So that's exactly what we're going for on the pork chops. A little bit pink center in the middle, still pretty juicy. And like I said, quick, easy, minimal cleanup. So that's all we got for tonight. Tomorrow we are doing hanger steak salad, and then on Friday we're doing our barbecue burger with some smoked pork belly. So thanks for watching, guys. Stay historic, stay at home.